Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
And that ain't the dinner bell, but you're going to get some food up in here, I guarantee it. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments, y'all. Dr. Lauren here, and I am on fire today. What about you? If you're not, you will be. Just wait on it. That's the bell of purpose. And I just rang it on purpose. Nope, I did not slip on a spiritual banana peel. It just happened, coincidentally, out of the blue. All those words that deceive sound familiar? No, I did it on purpose, with purpose, and for a purpose. Want to find out why? Well, hang around. First off, that bell, let me get it, don't get it twisted. That bell is not a show prop. It's not a gimmick. It's a reminder. It's a reminder that just like that bell has a ring to it, guess what? So does the truth. The truth has a ring to it. Listen for it. Tune your spirit into it. And every time something that doesn't serve you, say, go over here to the left. Go over there to the northwest. If you don't leave me alone, get on out of here. Ain't nobody, what Sweet Brown say? Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm trying to stay due north. Keep everything straight. Leading with truth. Truth will never lead you wrong. Every list in the Bible that has truth in it, it's in the first place. The truth, the light, in the way. When you go to court, I've been there. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you who? They sure didn't say, so help you Donald Trump. So help you Mahatma Gandhi. So help you Martin Luther King. We love Martin Luther King. We love Mahatma Gandhi. Some people love Trump. But we all need to love God, right? And he don't care what you call him. Put his number on speed dial. There you go. That's my monologue for today. Welcome, won't you please, my sidekick. She's been here all 10 years. Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. I love me some Lucy. My mom's name was Lucille, my birth mom. My kitty here, I got a Lucy and Ethel. And I got a whole collection of Lucy, Ethel, Ricky, Fred, all of them. I got everybody but little Ricky and Miss Trumbull. See, y'all don't remember Miss Trumbull. Miss Trumbull was a babysitter. I told you I love me some Lucy. And I love you all. And I love today's guest. You know what? People say, what do you love most about your work, Dr. Lauren? You know what I tell them? I love that I get to introduce people I love to the new people I love. You see what I'm saying? Because listen, real quick, when we come together here, not only are we fulfilling one of the most wonderful promises available, and there are a lot of them. You just got to look for them. But this one is where it says where two or more come together. It's spiritual magic, everyone. It really is. And we're going to prove it again today. The enemy is always trying to get us to believe we all alone. If you want to use that word against whatever isn't serving you, say, leave me alone. Get out. Bye, Felicia. To the left, to the left. Exactly. Why I say to the left? Because the left is in the past. I'm going to tell you something. I ain't got no problem with it. I talk to things that don't serve me the way they used to talk to me. So I don't go talk to the hand. I'm serious about it. So you know what I say? Listen, you can talk to my ass because the hand ain't even listening. I know I said ass, but it's in the Bible. We used to get whooped for doing that. Saying hell and damn and ass thinking we was getting away with it. It's in the Bible. And your ass going to be in the Bible in a minute. Get in that room. So anyway, listen. Tiffany Colvin is here today. I had a moment, we'll call it, earlier in the week. And I called Tiffany to let her know we needed to reschedule. We ended up having our own show. Almost a whole hour. And she's here today for another hour, a power hour, right? To pour into you all. I don't really read bios anymore. You guys know that. I let the guests tell you what they're all about. And that's what we go on and where we go from for the interview. So without further ado, I know she's here. She's in the green room waiting. I hear her coming up the hall now. So put some hearts on the screen, won't you please? It's our way of saying we receive you. because here she comes, you all. Tiffany Colvin, on the way.
Hello, good morning, good morning.
How are you?
I am doing great. I am doing great.
Mm-hmm. You know, you pulled out all the stops with your little pink.
Well, I wanted to kind of look like I was in some jammies, but I was not in my bathrobe.
What's the bathrobe look like? Oh, I got one over there. You know, I have 11 bathrobes over. Let me turn this like this way. I have 11 bathrobes over there, one for every year. And I don't hang the first one on a hanger because it's so ratty-tatty. But when I really need to be comforted, that's the one I grab. It feels like home, you know? So, Tiffany, tell everybody, where are you in the world? Where do you live?
So I am from the beautiful city of, well, let me say what we're known for is LeBron James and Goodyear tires. So the third thing we're known for is Tiffany Colvin. So,
okay. And where is that?
That is in Akron, Ohio, the great state, about 45 minutes from Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right.
Yes.
I remember, because I remember when you said Akron, I remember that from Cub Scouts.
Oh, yes, because the
soapbox derby.
Yes, we are known for that as well.
Yes. And when I was a kid, Tiffany, they used to show a film in the classroom of the soapbox derby.
Yes.
With them going, and then they let go. And I wanted one of them cars so bad. But, you know, a lot of the black kids, we couldn't make them because you needed a dad.
You're right.
And a lot of us didn't have them. To make it, you know what I mean? And you had to have lead all in it. It had to be the perfect weight and all this stuff. But I just wanted to get in and let them push me down that thing.
I did.
Do they still have it?
They actually still do. Yes. And we're actually situated not that far from the Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame. So within the next couple of weeks, that'll be coming here as well. So that's what we're known for.
Now, is that where you were born and raised?
Born and raised here. Absolutely.
Okay. Wonderful. So here, listen, you might have heard me say to the audience, and they're used to it, that I don't read bios really. And I leave for about 1 minute, and I allow the guests to pour into the audience. Hi, Lucy. She heard us talking about it. Here she is. Lucy, good morning. Good morning. Do you hear her?
I hear.
You do? You want to come up and say hi? She's a show girl.
So we have that in common as well. I am an I Love Lucy fan. I mean, that was like my favorite show as a child.
Absolutely. Look at Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
See, she got the red hair, and her sister Ethel is gray because Ethel had gray hair. Right. And I went for Lucy, and I only intended to get one. And Ethel came crawling over the head. It was a litter of 7 girls. And Ethel was in the corner, and Lucy, I picked her and said, one red one. There she is. And as I lifted her up, here comes Ethel, now, grabbing up, trying to get Lucy's tail. And I said, well, you must want to come. You're Ethel. Come on, girl. There's room for you, too. So here they are 10 years later. And my babies, right? Then a baby. She just wanted to come up here. So listen, I'm going to dip out, leave you to it. I would like you to pour into everyone with, what was it you woke up today on your spirit? What was on your spirit? And then I'll come back in and, just pour into them. Somebody needs a word today. And I know if anybody give it to them, it's you. Okay.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. I just want to say that today is a gift. Every day that we wake up, we have to wake up and understand that it is a gift, and we must open it with intentionality and purpose. And so part of my journey has been to help people learn and usher them into their purpose, understanding that, hey, it doesn't matter what we've been through, that God still has a plan and a purpose for our life. For myself, it has been, I've gone through many losses, which led me to writing a book. I ended up writing a book called Your Daily Ticket. It is God's 31-day passport to living effectively. And in it, I explain all of the vicissitudes of life that happened to me. I lost my father 10 days after my twin sons were born. I suffered my own health challenges. I was caring for my mother who had stage 3 colorectal cancer. And as all of this was going on, my sons were diagnosed with autism as well. And when I was going through the vicissitudes of life, I looked up at the ceiling one day and I remember saying, God, I can't take this anymore. I can't do this anymore. But what came to me in that season of my life was the understanding that even in our pain, there is purpose. And so my goal and challenge to you today is to get up out the bed, to understand you got to take that ratty tatty robe off sometimes, and you have to clothe yourself each day with a new mind, a reset mind, an understanding that God still has something for you to do if he allowed you to be here today. So that is my purpose and goal in life. I am an advocate, a mother, and I just want everyone in the audience to understand it doesn't matter what you're going through. These are my 3 words. Go get God. Go after every dream and every purpose God has for you. Get busy and get God.
Got to ring the bell on that. Absolutely. You know, cue old Lita Adams. Play old Lita Adams, y'all. Get God if you can.
That's right.
Can.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
You can reach me. Remember, railway, trailway, caravan, airman. Right? As long as God is in it, you have nothing to worry about. Now, see, let's talk about that for a second. Let's go with that. There we go. I used to be afraid of things I didn't understand or know. And one day, I heard, now I refer to greater than simply because it's the same. You know, God ain't all twisted up on names. Why would he? He keeps track of all the hairs on everybody's head. Why would he care about a name? He know who you're talking to because he can see your heart.
That's right.
So if it's Buddha, spirit, source, universe, it's better than dead air, crickets, nothing. Because if you call, he'll call back. Let me tell you something. When you call God, his phone don't never go to voicemail. No. His phone don't never go to voicemail. He pick up every time. Every time. Yes, and I'm like, God, you still up? He's like, boy, you're playing with me, right? So did you always have this relationship? And if you did it look well? You clearly said it. But that was adult. That was a lull, a dip. But what did you come from an organized religion kind of background?
So I definitely all my life had been in the church. My parents had been in the church. But what was the turning point for me is I always sat in the pew and, you know, we went because someone brought us to church or took us to church. We went for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I didn't have that relationship. And it was when I went through the greatest trials of life that I finally learned that, hey, I can't have the relationship off of my mother's coattail. I have to have my own relationship and understanding that God wanted to talk to me. And I use Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages. And I think about it in terms of that. God wants us to have that type of relationship with him. He wants us to spend quality time with him. He wants those words of affirmation. And so I had to begin to renew my mind daily and say, you know what, God, what do you have? What have you purposed for me to do today? It doesn't matter what our disability, our ailments, our challenges in life. What is it that you have for me to do? And I love this arena because it shows you that, look, it doesn't matter. You know, you took a concept of being in your bathrobe and look how it's changing lives today. And we cannot diminish the genius of God when we sit there and we go, oh no, that's too small.
Yes. So listen, some people, you know what? Tricky monkeys. You and I were talking about the trick.
Yes.
You know what? I can't stand them. They don't work for us. Y'all know I feel that way. But do you know, let's talk about some of the things, how we are duped into thinking you should be ashamed or shut your mouth about your faith. For instance, 2 things you don't talk about: politics, and look what they put first, and religion. If that was the truth, why wouldn't they put religion first, then politics?
Mhm.
They make it sound like even there, politics is most important. No, people, when everybody says it, they say it in that order because
Mhm.
it's a cliche.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been cookie cuttered. The tricky monkeys. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, aren't those two things we need to talk more about?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why would and people say, oh, and they follow that standard, that
Yeah.
rule, that advice?
Yes.
No, that's wall talk. That's telling you because you want to get around conflict. They won't get over their misbeliefs. You're gonna have an argument that you can't dig from underneath. God is not of wall talk. He is of what are opportunities known as?
Yes.
Windows and doors.
Yes.
Because God knows that this is what, listen to this one. I'll never forget it. I was looking through the window of opportunity once, and I was like, it's got all my heart's desires in there. And he said, look, I got a good amount of them. Wait a minute. What's that box over in the corner? I can't see what's in it. It's addressed to me. But I looked at the return address to see what's from. It's a question mark. And that's what God said to me.
Mm.
Whatever you're looking at through the window of opportunity,
Mhm.
you will see your heart's desires.
That's
And
right.
the desires of your heart, the prayer of your best, because I said I'd give them to you.
Yes. Yes.
But you can only get there through me. Because
Yeah.
if you don't need anybody, I don't need none of y'all. I ain't do this by my damn self. Now listen to by my damned self.
Mhm.
Who you think saying that? Them.
Yeah.
That's them. God told me, Lauren, see that package? You want what's in it? I said, yeah, well, come in here and get it.
Yeah.
Go through the door next door. I got a door 2 feet over. Come on
Yes.
in here. Because once you open this box, you'll never question me again. Because when you see a question mark, that's your proof that I'm in there waiting on you.
Yes.
God is the question mark.
Yes.
You see what I
Yes.
mean? When I see a question mark, Tiffany, I know that God is in it.
That's right.
And
That's
that's
right.
when I go. Because I have faith. I have trust.
That's
I have
right. That's right.
expectation, right?
And that's one of my sayings. I said, we serve a big God, so we have to have big faith. We cannot diminish who he is. You know, we really walk around a lot of times and we say, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But we have small opportunities. He wants us to think of it in terms of larger things. You know, he created the whole universe. So why would he not be able to grant you the one thing that you need? It says if we delight ourselves in him, that he give us the desires of our heart. So you know, we're his children. So he wants to give us, our Heavenly Father wants to give us these gifts. But we a lot of times allow, like you said, we may allow offenses. I say offenses create fences. And so they separate us from that gift that God has for us. We a lot of times we may look at a person and they may look different from us. They may have different views than we do. But hey, we have to understand that God uses people. He does. And so we can sometimes limit the gifts that he gives to us.
Let me swallow.
You don't choke now.
No, I'm just joking. God uses people who show up and say and give permission to be used.
Yes. That's
But
good.
he ain't gonna chase you.
That's right.
And
That's
he
right.
ain't gonna force you. Because
That's right.
God is not a puppeteer.
That's right. That's right.
You
That's
see
right.
what I'm saying? Now I want to go here because I came from, the family that raised me, not my birth family, but the others. Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
Seventh-day Adventist. I know what you mean by that. I'm just kidding. Because a lot of people think, they're zealots, that's a cult, that kind of thing. But all religions are that way. They think they're the ones. Jehovah's Witness, Scientology, Mormons, Methodists, all those things. But you know what? I was watching this past election when we had it. You know how they had a map on there and the blue and the red and all the numbers. And I was sitting there, I was going, can you imagine what this world could be like if that was one color? Just love.
Yes.
Whatever the color of love is for you. Can you imagine if we all agreed?
That's right.
That we serve a sovereignty, that, we are all dominionaires, that we are on this earth, we are highly favored.
Yes.
We're anointed and we're living in dominion together. God never placed us, spirit, source, universe, greater than, whatever. They didn't place us above or below each other, in front or behind.
Yes.
They place us beside each other.
Yes.
But it's us, it's we who move out of that. Now, I'm gonna move through some spiritual terms today, almost like flashcards, if you will.
Absolutely.
And I want you to tell me what it means to you. I'm going to start with my favorite currently. I love them all, but I flip through them like flashcards to keep them relevant, current, and in rotation.
Yes.
That's how I realize and understand they're in rotation, not in Tupperware, not in between the seats of my car where, something fall down there. I get it later. Can't even get your hand in there. The tricky monkeys take and drop your faith in there. The tricky monkeys on top, hide it under the cushion of the couch down in the basement that don't nobody sit on. Yes. We just waiting to get it hauled out. The least place you would look is where they're going to try to make you think it is. So, grace.
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 Grace. Grace is God's unmerited favor, meaning that it doesn't matter what we do wrong. He still is such a gracious God. He says, you know what? I know you've made that mistake, but it's okay. Come to me. And a lot of times we want with our pride, we want to run away. We want to be the prodigal son that says, you know what, let me go away and never come back home. But he wants us to come back home because a lot of times, like you use the tricky monkey, the enemy, he says, you know what, stay hid and go off by yourself. But we got to remember that Jesus left the 99 for the one that was off by himself, because when we get off by ourselves, that's when the enemy comes and puts those things in our heads and says, you know what, he's not going to accept you. But we have to remember, we have the unmerited favor. That means even when we don't deserve it, he gives it to us.
Absolutely. Now, this is the thing I want to ask you. Now, when I asked you that question, you said, grace is God's ... But as soon as you said it, he said, write this down, Lauren. And I did. Because what is his ours.
That's right.
What is ours, including our pain, is his. So God, whatever is God's, it's ours. But see, a lot of people, and I'm going to tell you why I put that out there, not to correct anybody, but to give you an opportunity to make it your way. Like they used to say, I don't know, at McDonald's or wherever, have it your way.
Burger King,
have it your way. Excuse me. And so it's like this. When I put it's accessible, I can have it too. Because I'm going to tell you something about some of the people in my family. I ain't going to say no names. I didn't say it out loud. But the thing is, they'll be going through something. And I say, well, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to just leave it at the feet of the Lord. And I'm going to let God handle it. What if Moses would have said that? What if Noah would have said that? What if John the Baptist would have said that? Take your pick. What if Martin Luther King would have said that? Rosa Parks.
Yes.
Take your pick.
But faithful, even though it requires God, but he always requires some action on our part. And so we cannot just sit back and lackadaisically just sit and say, you know what, I'm going to lay it at his feet. Yes, we lay it at his feet, but he still gives us instructions. He tells us what to do. We a lot of times want the gift of God, but we don't want the action that he requires. We say, you know what, we think that God is a genie in a bottle. So I'm going to come and rub you. I'm going to rub you when I need you. And then I'm going to sit you up on the mantle and I'm going to leave you alone until I need you again. But he requires something from us. Again, that verse says, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. We have to delight in him. So we have to take on the same thought processes as him and say, you know what? I want your will, not my will. And that's the challenge.
But here's another thing too, because he just said it. He says, I said lay it at my feet. I didn't say leave it there. He said, I didn't say leave it there. Lay it there. I'll take a look. Match it with the desires of your heart. Put some instructional on it and send you on your way.
That's right.
Somebody else in line. If everybody left everything there, God is not of chaos or clutter.
That's right. Yes.
And
Yes.
there's no mistakes.
Yes.
You know what he told me a couple weeks ago? I just love the way I conversate with him. That's why I don't care what nobody's beliefs. I have my own because I know when we talk.
Mhm.
And I know when he can't get through, he put somebody like you the other day right
Yes.
there to have that talk. Because the promise said 2 or more. It didn't say nothing about 1.
That's right.
And so, see, and that's the thing. When people lay it at God's feet, they come by themselves usually.
Mm.
There are prayer groups and this and the other. But before we get to them, we were with ourselves.
You're right.
40 days and 40 nights. Who was with him?
Mhm.
Nobody.
Mhm.
Oh. And the reason, you guys, for instance, I have a brother that's Jehovah's Witness in my birth family. And when our mother passed, for a minute there, he wasn't going to come to the service because it was at St. Mark's Baptist Church where she was a member for 40 years. You grew up in that church. I don't say the N word. You know how we can say it. I was like, what? What is that? That you use a building and a symbol and a shell to keep you from your own mother's homegoing.
Yes. And we have to remember that the Bible says that we're to honor our fathers and our mothers. It doesn't say whether or not they were good mothers, bad dads, what they are. We still have to honor them. And so, regardless.
Yeah. I'm showing them. I eat breakfast every day because it's bathrobe. But that's what. Yeah, I do everything I would have been doing if I was just sitting upstairs.
Oh,
anyway, I do.
That's right.
Yeah, so I eat here. So you're right. So okay, Grace. Let me tell y'all something. Grace is so far extending.
Yes.
I just got something for y'all to ponder because I already know because I saw it. What would you say if I told you? You know the story. I'll do that. Because even the Bible has a disclaimer on the front of it. Every Bible that's ever been printed. NIV, all the different ones. You go to a Christian bookstore, there are 30, 40 types of Bibles. And every one of them says, whomever's version.
Mm-hmm.
Even the King James says King James's version.
Yes.
It's your version. It's his version of a story. If something doesn't make sense to you, it because it ain't got nothing to do with you. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Go in there and find the message that has your soul's DNA right on top of it.
That's right. That's
and
right.
Take it.
That's
you
right.
See what I'm saying? But everybody has to think our way is the right way. No, I am is the way.
That's right. That's
right. It didn't say Protestant is the way. He could have put everything in there. They could have put everything in there because I believe in the creation.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Why don't we talk to? I talk to the angels, I talk to the Holy Spirit, and I talk to all of them who are nameless because I know there's more there than we know. He gave us what this little pea pod can hold, and we still can't do right by that. So when we get there, don't be surprised that there will be this and that and this and that. Yes. And a lot of them will be things that other beliefs have said because God put a little of his truth everywhere. He did. Why wouldn't he?
Because he is the creator of all things. So,
and why would anybody have a greater chance to find what is there than the next? Mm-hmm. So before you point the finger, that's that whole thing about the log and splinter. I mean, I believe in following the clues. Mm-hmm. When instead of, rules, mm-hmm. I don't follow God's rules. I follow God's clues because he is leading me. He dropped clues. He said, count it all joy.
Yes,
that's
right.
Fun. It's
right.
Gay.
That's right.
That you will always win.
Yes.
You don't need anybody else to sit down and play this game with you. You can play with him.
That's right. That's right. You don't have to.
That's right. So try to think about that, y'all. Ask about it. Now, let's go to the next word. Faith.
Faith is Yes, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And so that reminds us each and every day that even though we don't see something, we still need to have the mindset. We still need to speak those things that are not as though they are. And so we have to say to ourselves, hey, you know what? I say every day, I'm like, you know what, God, I'm going to go get God. I want everything that God has for me. And I'm not going to allow anyone or anything to get in my way. And understanding that faith, we serve a big God, we have to have big faith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have little faith, we have a little God. And I never want to equate God with something little, because he is the master creator, the author and the finisher of my faith. And so I always want to come back to my faith and say, you know what, when I have nothing else, when my mother and father forsake me, I think I shared this with you. When my mother and father forsake me, it wasn't that they forsake me and they abandoned me somewhere. They passed away. But when that happened, the only thing I had to hold on to was my faith. It didn't matter how much money they left me. It was my faith. It was something to ground me, something to anchor me in those times when I wanted to go adrift. And we all have moments that we go adrift. If we can be honest with ourselves and say, hey, there's been some challenges in life that I was like, you know what, Lord, I know you said that you wouldn't give me more than I can handle, but I feel like a pack mule. So I need you to help me during this circumstance and help me through and understand, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And the most important word there is I am walking through it. Sometimes we want to have those tricky monkeys say, oh gosh, I'm not going to make it through it, but we are walking through it. He is walking through it with us, and we just have to have the faith to keep on going, taking one step at a time, one bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Mm-hmm. What would you say? If I were to tell you that, a lot of people, and it's true, faith is the one thing you cannot pray for. And why is that? Because then some people say, because it wouldn't be faith. If he had to give it to you, it wouldn't be faith. But God told me, well, that's true, but I'm never about just one thing. Duplicity is all through your world for a reason. If you don't get it there, flip it over. There's another road, right? So he told me when it just didn't click in, because it's all, he said, let me tell you, son. And that's what he said. Let me tell you, son. Faith is a place. Everything you cannot touch. Let's not keep up now. Track it, y'all. All of our ideas and things come through the same screen. Even the 7 days of creation. All of those ideas, because we're in his image, we have access to everything. On that screen is a spark of inspiration through your imagination. And it develops and it turns everything we can touch. But none of these things go with us to what is next. You have never seen a U-Haul attached to a hearse.
That's right.
I have never been to a funeral and seen a set of luggage sitting by the casket.
That's right.
We can't touch love. We can do this. But if you cannot touch it, then you can only feel it. It is because it is a place. He told me this. They track this one. This one gonna get you. You ready? I promise, Tiffany. He took me literally and gave me, he'll give you anything you ask. I said, I want to understand. Show me. He said, watch this. The Last Supper. They tearing it up. The food was death. Look. Master. Please, I said, don't talk with no food in your mouth. And he had food in his mouth. They all laugh. Don't choke. Take your time, son. Take your time. Master, take us through it one more time. Where is it you're going now? Well, I go to prepare a place. And he kind of looked off. Oh, in my father's house are many mansions. Now, my father's house, that's heaven. Many mansions. That's because that's what's prepared for us.
Yes.
So what's this place? You already talked about what's there and you talked about places in. So what could this place be? Then they took me to the cross. Oh, and the last, too much. I almost said too much, but he didn't. He might have thought it, but he didn't say too much. Because if he had a poof, instantly, something about where he was would have changed. At the moment we feel and challenge God on his promises, too much, poof, something's going to disappear. Lighten that load. So say so much, a lot, whatever, but don't say too much. So he said, instead of too much, he said, take this cup. See? He didn't say put a hole in it, because the promise is your cup runneth over. And he said nothing about your cup runneth out. So he didn't challenge the promise. He didn't want to change the promise because he knew he was there for us. So he said, just for me. Here, take it. Just take it. Lift it. Just take the cup. And right there. Excuse me. Master, you say I look to the right. When you enter your kingdom today,
Yes.
you think you can remember me?
Yeah.
Instantly, he realized what that place was. It was grace. Because
Yes.
of your faith. He was back because of your faith. Today,
Yes, that's
you
true.
will be with me.
And
Now
here.
he remembered why he was there. That thief remembered him to his original purpose.
Yes.
So,
Yes. That's
you
good.
see what I'm saying? I go to prayer play. He didn't even know what it was till he needed it, and it was right there.
Yes.
All I ain't playing with it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, we can be Moseses, Noahs, all those things. We can write chapters that were supposed to be in the Bible, which is in our heart. Take what you want and leave the rest. Take what works and leave the rest. If it don't make sense to you, it's because it ain't got shit to do with you. That's exactly how he said it to me. And I said, am I supposed to talk like that? He said, talk like you need to. Because whither thou goest, going through the motions. Somebody out there, if I say it like I said it to the people on the street where I was, the word shit ain't going there. The words that heal are what they will keep and they will take. They took me, God took me, I promise, Tiffany, about your stories, our stories. He said, listen, son, they will not most likely remember your face. They most definitely won't remember your name. But the truth within your stories will keep both of those alive.
Yes.
It will keep both of those alive because you left something.
Yes.
That people thousands of years from now will heal from, grow from, and walk through with. They will find it. They will find it.
Yes.
And you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, that's so true. And a lot of times we forget that. We forget that, hey, our everyday, we think that, we have to be a minister or we have to be something, but I do something called everyday evangelism. And what that is, it can be a smile. It can be, saying hello to a person, telling them, hey, you look nice today, whatever that is, because you are the light of Christ to the world. We all are our own testimonies each and every day by what we go through. I said there's purpose in our pain, and our pain, the pain that we go through, a lot of times isn't just for us. It is for us to share it.
It's never just for us.
Yeah, so that
it's never about just one thing.
Yeah, so that other people can know that they too can make it through whatever they're going through. Because I can remember our conversations, and when we had a conversation, now in life, I'm going to associate this with Dr. Lauren. I'm going to say, you know what? He said this to me, and that will resonate throughout life. Even after you and I are both expired, it'll be, oh my God, I remember that conversation with him. The tricky monkey, I'm gonna always remember that because of our conversation. And we don't know how we deposit things in people's lives that may not need it today, but tomorrow they might remember and recall it and say, I remember what they said. I remember. It's just like in the Bible when we talk about the woman with the issue of the blood or the woman at the well. We didn't know their names. But we remember the story. We remember
the widow's mite.
Yes.
You see what I mean? all
Yeah.
over. Right. And it's like this. I am bringing it forward into more modern times. I'll never forget. I had spoken in Birmingham, Alabama, and they took me to the Civil Rights Museum. It was closed, and they gave me a private tour, which was wonderful.
Wow.
Because it was silent. And when I hit the half a bus that they have in there, the actual bus that Rosa Parks had sat on, and have you been there?
I have not.
Okay, you need to go.
Uh-huh.
I mean, right across the street is that church where the little girls, yes, and they have the shoe and it's a little purse because there was all, yes, and you see them coming up the stairs. It's the same thing as when I went to the 9/11 museum, but even more so because it was us, it was our people.
Yes, yes.
But they have a statue of Rosa sitting there looking out that window. And then the black and white picture and the bus driver standing there and you see her looking out the window. And when I stood there and I looked at it, God took me to a place and I heard Martin Luther King, I may not get there with you. Because when she was looking through that window of opportunity and she was seeing her purpose. You are sit, sister. Sit, be still, remain, stay. She probably thought, let me get up, Lord, and run. I got to get off this bus. They're going to kill me. I got a family. What am I saying? And she didn't even know that was her role until like a night before.
Yeah. Because
the original person couldn't do it and they needed somebody. They told me the story while I was there. Needed to pass what was known as the paper bag
test. Yes. So this is funny that you're telling this story because my last name is Colvin and the first girl was Claudette Colvin. And so so I definitely am familiar with the story and it just again reminds us that look, it doesn't matter. Even the negatives of life, God can use those things and change lives. Even the 4 little girls.
That's where he does it the most.
Yes.
You never saw a miracle or a parable from somebody who was starring at the theater. That had a hit album on the radio. All the things we think, see, you got to choose. We have to choose. Yeah. I know my job. I don't get it twisted. I don't care what, up in the corner, a movie, right? And I did that movie some years ago. Now Paramount's going to do it. It's going to be a re-release. Excuse me. Those things, God told me, those are positioning pieces. Those are stairs.
Yes.
That people come up to you. Because when they arrive, if they stop and they do this, they're stargazing. And I know that in advance. And I say, so you're here. Why do you think you're here? Because I wanted to meet you. I wanted to know how you did it. Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you how. Because God gave me what I needed to stay here. Yes. See, and I'm going to tell you. So when you give people what they need, even though this stuff may make them stop for what they think they want, my job is to crack the door to who put me here and let him do the rest. Because I do my best to make sure people leave with what they need. Because they may come in as a stargazer, but trust, if I have anything to say about it, they will leave with the seed of a trailblazer. Yes. Now go do something.
That's good.
You think, girl, the truth always is. People think I be making this stuff up.
Right.
I don't come up with anything. I show up.
That's right. That's right. And that's part of it is just being obedient to what God tells us to do in our lives. And a lot of times that requires us to put away our pride. That requires us to be transparent. That requires and obedience to him. And when we do those things.
Hey, we ain't got to put it away. That's Tupperware. Put it away. Banish it. Yes. Like the weight. One of my coaching clients. Thank you, Martha Glory. She said, Dr. Lauren, I heard you say in your show that you lost 38 pounds. And it's not the first time. You had the same amount of weight 10 years ago. And you said you lost it then. How do you think you got back? You don't got to find it. It'll find you. I'm home. The prodigal son. Anything.
That's right.
Okay? Right. So I'm not trying to find it. It doesn't serve me. I banished it. I released it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when I release it through blessing. I release it through forgiveness.
Amen. That's
You know,
right.
I know you came with intention, but you just didn't know better. When people think, oh, you think you better than me. I am better. I didn't put the me, you did. I'm better than I was.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
And we should
And
all
then-
do better.
Right. So the next time you want to really serve somebody, and it's the hardest thing in the world for you, you're going to be tempted to say, the hell with you. Get the hell out of my life. No, you know what you need to say? If you really want to give the way you receive, pick it up. Drop it off the way you picked it up. Here's what to tell them. You can use the word hell. Okay, you can feel that way. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm only trying to do one thing. I'm trying to love the hell out of you.
That's right.
See? Love the hell out of something.
Right.
When those entities hear them words, they know who you trying to evict. Because you can't say it to the person. Ephesians. You have to say it to the spirit around them, the entity.
Yes.
The thing that does not serve us. You ain't got to get all scared. If you
Yeah.
get it, oh, quit talking about that. I'm scared. I'm talking about those demons and stuff. Then just say, that thing that does not serve you. You know
Yes.
you're a millionaire.
And life and death are in the power of the tongue. So we have to understand that and understand that, hey, what we say is what we'll have. You know, we have not because we ask not. A lot of times we don't even have the courage to ask God for the things that we need. You know,
because we too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses.
That's
we
right.
Too busy trying to get it, take it, angle.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Or we want it for our selfish own wants, not for his will.
Well, there it is. Listen, and the thing is, you don't got to be in the church and be able to quote like Tiffany just did. You can be a contractor and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. When you use that level, you put that picture up there, what they do. Or a surveyor has that string and you see him in the street with that camera thing. They are making sure that the line they are cutting is true.
That's right. That's right.
It means that them go like this. It is true.
That's right.
Listen, quit trying to have, everybody think they got to be an archer with the arrows of truth.
Yes.
And then you sit there, you know, I used to hear my grandmother say, God told me to answer to this one. I said, well, what's that thing about? Because all these words that deceive. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. That makes you think, don't have good intentions. And that's what I asked. I was 7. Well, that means I don't need to have good intentions, right? She didn't have an answer. God told me later. Remember when you said that? He goes, that was a good one. He goes, let me show you what it is. And guess what he showed me? The road to hell was paved with corpses of people who had done everything they could, and they were right. And they had the arrow of truth already pulled back. But they were so judgmental about who was deserving. I took me all my life to make this arrow. I to find out and know this is true. I ain't giving it to her. Every time she says she was going to look at her. Look at it. Oh, that nail polish and lipstick, little whore. I ain't shooting at her. See, our job is not to decide who gets the arrow of truth. Your job is to just let it fly and encourage people to become a target for that truth.
Mm-hmm.
To encourage people to show up as a target.
Yes.
Including yourself. Because God's arrows of truth, they hit the bullseye every time. Every time. So there it is, y'all. Tiffany, tell them about the book as we begin to wrap this up today. Tell them about the book, Why, When, and Where.
All right. The book is Your Daily Ticket, God's 31-Day Passport to Living Effectively. The book was written by myself in a time when I was going through all types of difficulties. Again, it covers the loss. It covers looking for a godly spouse. It covers just getting rid of bitterness, things in our life. But it is a daily 31-day devotional that each entry has a ending prayer. So if you're not somebody that likes to pray or whatever, you just kind of walk yourself through it. And I promise you, if you do this for 31 days, you are going to see yourself in a different light and understand that God truly does have a purpose for the pain that you go through. It doesn't matter what you go through. God is willing and able to do something great in your life. And so I just want to encourage everyone. You can find it on Amazon, or you can Facebook me at Tiffany Colvin, last name spelled Colvin, and I'll be happy to oblige you. But again, I want I want you to have this opportunity. The next thing I have coming out is about love, and hopefully it will be about poetry. I love poetry. I know that God is love, and so I just want to spread that love to the world.
I just love it. And I just want to say, because trust me, the other day when I thought I was just speaking with you about moving the show to today, in the moment when I dialed you, I was feeling pretty alone. But see, even through this thing in the driveway 10 years ago, a lot of people would think it was all about leading to that moment of when I told y'all we got syndication. Isn't God great? But because of our divine relationship, the other day, I realized that God is even better than what I thought.
Yes.
If you want to find out more about what is waiting, get up every day and remember that the moment you open your eyes, you're already great.
Yes.
Make it your life's mission before you lay your head down that night to look for a way to add an E and an R. Because when you do, you will become greater before you go to sleep. And when you wake up, it will turn into RE. Welcome to a new day. Joy came this morning in the form of resplendent, repaired, remembered, revived, refreshed, rewired. Now take that, wash, rinse, and repeat. One day, when you do that, you know that mansion we talked about a minute ago? I go to prepare a place.
Yes.
They show it to me like this. There's a girl cleaning the windows. Y'all, look, somebody in trouble. Why? Who is that walking down the master's driveway? Y'all know ain't nobody supposed to walk down there but the master himself. They treat it like that bridal path at a wedding. Don't step on it. And then here come Big Mama. Girls, move. Let me see. She take a dish rag. Y'all. Places, everybody. It's time. Why? Well, don't you know? Because of great and greater, great and greater, great and greater. She gonna say, get to your places. Prepare to welcome the master, for here comes one of our greatest. That's how it's going to work. Take it. Don't leave it. And have a divine day, y'all. Oh, the chills that are moving through me. I am telling you, if you ask God to show you, he will.
Yes, he will.
I have seen it. I have seen it. That is my story.
Yes.
This is my song.
Praising my Savior all the day long.
The day long.
Amen.
Listen, I want to thank you, Tiffany. I want to thank all of you. I couldn't have done it without you, nor would I want to. I promise, God willing, I'll meet you tomorrow morning over on the front porch. We're together. We will have yet another illuminated conversation. Now, get out of here. Don't you dare let my screen door slam on the way out. And remember, Dr. Lauren absolutely loves you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Go have your best day ever.
Have your best day.
Okay?
Go get God.
There you go. See you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign.